Hey, still in cousins. You already know what time it is. Animated horror stories. Animated horror stories. Doom doom doom. Doom doom doom. Boom 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 boom. 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 Boom 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 boom. My bad. Getting carried away. But um, but y'all see where we at? We are at. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get this damn thing away. Y'all can't see it. There we go. Y'all see where we at? Mr. Creepy House. Mr. Creepy House be creepy and it be crazy over here. We be enjoying it over here because he be acting up, acting up. So what pops up on my thing from Mr. Creepy House? Three Stalker slash OnlyFans horror stories. What do you say? He says these stories will scare you shirtless. So if you ain't got your titties bouncing at the end of this video, then it's an issue. Cause you're supposed to be shirtless, topless, titties bouncing. Bouncing. Yeah. So that's what we're doing today. OnlyFans horror stories slash stalkers horror stories. To be honest, uh some of my favorite ones because what? These OnlyFans ones be getting crazy. Like that one where that boy got his feet chopped off. Or that where the friend got kidnapped because her friend because the girl's husband was putting fake people pictures up and that man wanted a picture of her back and he sent a picture of someone else back and he said, "Bitch, this ain't your back." And everybody was like, "How you know?" And then the light turned on. You know the light on the camera to let you know that you being watched. And then he was like, "Bitch, I'm watching y'all right now. Now your friend better get got." And got that girl and skinned her muffin top back. I'll try to tag it at the end of this one. I'll see. The Stalker ones be just as good, but I can't think of any. Oh no, no, no! That one where that girl killed that man's wife, and then kept popping up at that at their damn site of love and affection. They used to go there and get together and love each other, and she would pop up there. And she tried to pop up and fall back and have her titties out and her legs open. And he was like, "Bitch, what are you doing?" And then she popped out of his house and was like, "Don't you remember me? We went to school together. I was in love with you." She shot herself. Bow. Head was like, "Bleh." That one. Mm-hmm. What y'all one? I can't think of it. I can't. It's gonna pop up during, but it's okay because we're watching this one now. I was just like, ooh, these those are why these is good because they always have a good little twist and turn. So let's go on and hop on into this. Please go on and grab a blunts. Please grab a bag of chips. Please grab a bottle of water and please grab a blanket so you can be snug and cozy. You know, y'all know. Okay. As it always says, the following stories are inspired loosely based on true events. Loosely. All characters and events taking place in this video are fictional. In reality, no one was hurt mentally or physically, so mind your business. Underneath it, it says if your ass ain't grown, get your ass about this video. That's what it says, not what I say. I also say that because my videos are for adults only, 18 plus. So if your ass ain't 18 plus, what is you doing here? Is what mine says. OnlyFans for. OnlyFans for.
I used to make a lot of money on OnlyFans, but it's just the past until one day, everything I built fell apart.
Tweaking from the beginning.
The story started when John, an OnlyFans user, sent me a message. He invited me to join a group of him and his friend and promised that I could earn 10 times the current amount if I agreed.
Why not?
I told myself, and
why not? Because OnlyFans is a platform for people to just see and not touch. You get to see from behind the screen. You don't get to see in person nor touch in person. That's why.
Current amount if I agreed.
Just my
Why
opinion.
not?
I told myself and said yes to John. And magically, after just a few days, I actually made $5,000. Seeing the gold mine, I started to dig harder. Most of the time, I was in the setup room taking pictures, trying to make as much as possible before getting back to school. My parents, well, of course, didn't know a bit about this. In the evening, when I was talking with my bestie, "Hey, we've got a guest. Please send a picture soon."
But you know it's midnight already.
"Just send it. We're in a hurry."
Maybe tomorrow morning you'll receive it.
At that time, I was too sleepy to care for others, so I just turned off OnlyFans and ignored messages from John and went to sleep. Next morning came. I opened OnlyFans to read all the messages from John. He sounded very angry when I was off last night.
Just relax. I'll take the photos right now.
But John told me to make many ridiculous and creepy poses. I don't even know how to describe them. Suddenly my phone rang. Strange number.
Boy.
"I said a picture now!" The man growled through the phone.
John, calm your ass down.
Is that you?
I was startled, my heart pounding as if it wanted to jump out.
Number?
I never publicized my phone number on OnlyFans. How did he get it? "Send those goddamned pictures to me or else!" Then he hung up. Something told me that I was so wrong in the first place, so I decided to quit the job.
I don't want to work with you anymore.
What do you mean?
You know what? I quit this job. We're done.
But that number called again. "I got your mouth full of cash, and now you just quit that easily? Yep. Too late!" I was so panicked, I hung up the phone immediately, then blocked the number and removed the OnlyFans app.
Girl, you should just packed up your shit and moved. You stayed in the house?
In the evening, when I was talking with my bestie, I couldn't help staring at that car parked across the street.
Whose is that car?
My hunch told me something was wrong with it.
What's wrong? Nothing.
Call 12.
I ignored it. Since I've been away from OnlyFans, I've always felt like someone was following me. There were footsteps echoing behind me as I walked down the street, cameras clattering somewhere, and now a car parking across the street. Once I even saw a man walking after me, and if I hadn't run into the house in time, who knows what would have happened to me. Every night, I felt like there were many eyes staring at me.
Girl, you just need to call somebody.
One morning, I woke up tired and saw an envelope by the window. Oh, my God! Inside were a bunch of photos of me attached with a note. I shakingly looked down the street but couldn't see anyone.
Gosh, what's happening?
I panicked.
You know what's happening, girl? John
that morning, I did not dare to leave the room but kept curled up on the bed. First, my phone number leaked, me getting followed on the street, and then these photos. People on OnlyFans found out about those. They would never let me go.
Sweetie, are you okay?
Who's that?
My mother was so worried to see me lying in bed all day.
I'm fine.
Stress the fuck out,
I replied. Mom didn't ask any more. She put the tray of food on the table and left. I couldn't tell my parents about all these things. I myself had to find a way to get out of it. But what should I do now? A message came from an unknown caller. "We know where you live. Can't hide forever. While you were off, we helped you." I clicked on the link. Oh my God. It was all my photos and videos taken by someone I'd never known.
No, no!
I couldn't believe my eyes anymore. Not only a photo.
What do you want?
Because you violated the game rules, we will punish you.
What game? This is supposed to be a job.
I slowly walked towards the window.
With your mama?
Across the street was that car. A masked man was leaning against the car and staring at me, and waved at me.
What?
Not the Yo, mama, what I say?
Moment, my mother's screams resounded. I panicked and ran downstairs. The masked people spotted me and immediately rushed to catch me. Frightened and
Girl, worry
panicked,
about your mama.
I tried my best to outrun them. I ran like crazy out of the house, trying to run as far as possible. Fortunately, before they caught me, I met a police car on patrol.
Did he get anybody?
My mother was taken to the emergency room right away. Now I was waiting for her to wake up. I sat outside the emergency room, trying to hold my breath. I didn't expect to get involved with those scary people. The police took my statement and took my phone as evidence, and I sat back in the chair. Suddenly, I felt a chill down my spine. The hallway was empty, but
girl, you better just watch your mama.
I saw a white mask.
See, why would you take your personal business and join it with somebody? That's ridiculous.
Nora recognized her classmate in secondary school. What she remembered about him was that he didn't talk much and was kind of weird. They never met again after graduating, and she was a little bit curious about how he was doing recently. So she accepted his friend request. That guy Eric turned out to be really active on Snapchat. He posted a lot of stories there, thanks to which Nora found out that he seemed to live in the same neighborhood as she. That day, she posted a random story on Snapchat.
Wish I could go out somewhere. Too fed up with staying home alone.
She stared at the phone and was so curious about what he would say. But then Eric just stopped typing. About 5 minutes later, the typing signal popped up again, but still no message. The third time, Snapchat announced a new message, but when Nora clicked on that, it disappeared.
That's weird.
She was so confused. But Eric didn't answer. She knew that Eric had always been weird, but this was a bit scary.
It's just your fault for
that night, while Nora was sleeping soundly, a strange man appeared outside her house and stared at her window. He walked around the house like he was looking for something. All doors were closed. He decided to cross the lawn and break in through the window. It wasn't locked. So the man gently lifted the window and crawled inside while the house owner was unaware. Then he walked around relaxedly, just like viewing a gallery. He was searching for an ideal place to hide. In the closet, under the chair. Now he headed toward Nora's room. Nora suddenly woke up, her forehead drenched in sweat. It was too hot in the room, so she went to open the window to let some air in. It was past midnight and completely quiet outside. Nora went back to bed again. The next morning, as she moved from the bedroom to the kitchen, Nora noticed the window was ajar. Weird. She remembered closing it yesterday.
Did I remember it wrong?
No.
Nora decided to enjoy her weekend first by taking a quick run. After running for a while, she sat down on a chair to rest and surfed Snapchat. Eric posted another story at the same location as hers.
Oh, is he here too?
She looked around trying to find him, but there were no people who looked like him.
What the?
She couldn't see anyone that looked like him. There was no one behind her. Nora started to feel scared. She quickly blocked him and ran home. Nora wanted to call the police, but at that moment she didn't even know his location.
Girl,
After a day of living in fear,
with you.
Nora
That's his
made a bold
location.
and dangerous decision, which was to unblock Eric. This way, if he showed up, at least she would know. Nora was laying in bed reading some news. She searched for the missing cases of young girls using Snapchat. Nora was startled and dropped her phone. When she picked it up, she noticed that there was Eric's location right beneath the picture, and he was in her room. She looked around fearfully. She wanted to run outside, but was afraid he would jump out any time. So she decided to lock the door and call 911.
This is 911. What's your emergency?
Please
Someone
help
broke
me.
into my motherfucking
Eric,
house.
my friend. He is in
Not your friend,
my house.
girl.
She couldn't keep calm anymore. Nora tried to cover her mouth so as not to make a sound. She cried while holding the phone
That's the
firmly
difference
in
between
her hand.
friends and just
When will you get here?
acquaintances
Please,
knowing
come
people
quickly.
showing up.
Although the operator tried to reassure her, she couldn't keep calm. The space suddenly became eerily quiet. Nora could hear Eric's footsteps fading away. Crying, she walked towards the door to listen. Maybe he left.
He didn't.
Don't worry. The police
would
will be
he
in the
leave?
room in a few minutes.
Nora dropped her phone in shock. The person outside the window was not Eric, but a weird man she had never seen before.
Look at that weird
He
ass
just
man,
crept
y'all.
in the window despite
Look
the
at that weird
shards
ass
cutting
man.
into his skin. He gave Nora a weird smile. As soon as he rushed over, Nora had already
Breathing all weird
unlocked the
and
door
shit
and
up in
run
her poor
out of the room.
Nora! Nora!
You hear him up
The
in
man
here.
chased after her. Nora panicked and was completely disoriented. She frantically ran for the main door to get out. In the darkness, she could clearly hear
Sound
his
of
footsteps
so
and
damn.
breathing. He was coming so close. Suddenly, there were police sirens. The man stopped abruptly. Nora was so scared that she ran until she got out of the house. Now she was safe. The man was a pervert. He killed Eric and pretended to be him to reach his acquaintances. And now he had run away with
Killing
Eric's
his
phone.
friend.
When Nora learned the truth, she was shocked about how she had been in contact with the pervert all along. But at least for now, the danger has passed.
Girl. What happened? Horror story.
While most people spend their time on Facebook or Instagram, 4chan was the only website for me and my best friend Donna. Why? So many great offers, all anonymous users, information updated so fast. But after this horrible incident, I will never dare to search anything on 4chan again.
What app is that?
Hey, do you notice those missing cases updated on 4chan? Yeah, I see. Most of them sound so mysterious.
Donna liked 4chan too. We spent most of the day reading the news and talking to strangers there. But while I kept my profile low, Donna always shared her sad stories online, and she loved reading other people's comments about it. So technically, she was more into 4chan than I was. Donna seemed to be in a bad mood lately. I noticed she posted many status complaining about her family on 4chan. There was one account that had caught my attention. He commented on all of her posts and kept asking her personal questions as if he wanted to dig deeper into relationships around her. And naive Donna told it all.
You know it's dangerous, right? But it's all anonymous. Why so serious?
Every time I tried to stop her, she replied the same way. Donna had always believed that 4chan was an absolutely safe place. One day, I went to Donna's house and suddenly saw her sitting in the corner of the room. She
Because
was
someone
holding
hacked
her
her
phone
shit or
and talking
something.
to someone. It seemed like she was crying. I tapped on the door.
Donna, are you okay?
Who are you talking to?
She turned to look at me with red eyes, then hastily wiped her tears and turned off the phone.
Donna, what happened?
I asked, but she remained silent. The
You were
following
right.
days,
Someone's
I kept
stalking
checking
me.
her posts on 4chan, and then I came across the most creepy ones. She said that this will probably be her last post on this platform, and that she wanted to say goodbye to the world. When I read every single word, a shiver ran down my spine.
Go get your friend.
Oh no! Donna! No, no, no!
I held the phone and dialed her number, and this time, she didn't respond. That moment I realized Donna's been missing. Although I was her best friend, when the police asked me for more clues, I didn't know anything other than the fact that Donna often used 4chan, so the police couldn't find anything. While I was hopeless, an anonymous account said to me he knew about her going missing, and if I wanted to find Donna, just venture to the river that was closest to her house. The post stunned me. I kept asking him for details but got no response. But maybe he got to his point, so I rushed to the river.
Who's there?
Startled,
You didn't call
I
nobody?
shined my flashlight into the bushes.
You didn't
but
call nobody to
nothing
go with
came
you,
out.
girl?
Must be rats.
I kept looking.
Oh, don't
What's
piss me
that?
off.
I bent down and picked up a phone.
It's Donna's!
Oh.
I woke up dizzy with a terrible headache.
But do you have your
I
friend? Is she with
realized
you?
I was tied to a post, and it looked like I was in a musty and smelly basement. I saw many medieval torture devices, which made me shiver.
Help! Someone, help!
I tried to scream as loud as I
It
could.
better not be Donna.
A faint voice called out. I knew that voice. It was Donna.
Donna, is that you?
Instead of answering me, Donna was breathing very rapidly and fragile.
Oh.
Suddenly, I heard a laugh. The laughter was terrifying, and I knew he was the one who brought me here. A mysterious white masked man came out from the darkness.
Who are you?
He moved closer and stroked my cheek. Special delivery for this week.
What do you want from us?
I spoke under my breath, but he seemed to ignore my question. He went behind and pulled Donna in front of me. She looked extremely pale and tired. There were so many wounds on her body which were bandaged carelessly. I noticed she wasn't tied up, or maybe she was too weak to run away.
Donna! Let her go!
I screamed when I saw her, but that man kept dragging Donna away. She looked at me with tears, but she didn't resist at all. It seemed like she had given up and left it to fate. I screamed and pleaded in pain.
Poor Donna.
Let her go, please!
I shook the pole with all my might, and suddenly I felt my rope loosen and fall to the ground.
Oh no!
Grab that bat that was in.
Maybe
Grab that
she
bat
was
that where
put
she
next
was.
to me. Donna had secretly untied me. So what now? Run after her or flee? My throat was dry. Tears kept falling, but I decided to get out of this place and get help. Then I managed to sneak out of the basement. It turned out to be a small cellar in an abandoned house right by the river. After escaping, I went straight to the sheriff's house, but the police were too.
Okay. Okay. Okay, y'all. Cause I'm like I'm like, you don't know how many people was up in there. You only see that one white man. It could have been a group of white men. So, but like, there was that bat with spikes on the floor. We seen it, and then mad weapons in the room. You just gonna leave your home, girl? Uh, I'm only saying go get her because they always be going back. The one time I'm like, leave, don't go. You really about to leave? Yo, home girl? With all the weapons up in there? But hey, that's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy as all ever. She really left. Oh, she
After
really left
escaping,
her.
I went straight to the sheriff's house.
And she was dead.
But the
obviously.
police were too late.
Girl,
He and Donna were no longer there. After about 2 weeks, a strange account on 4chan sent me a stranger text with a link. It was a video recording of the scene where the masked man tortured Donna brutally. I reported to the police, but it seemed that it was very difficult to catch him. And until now, I always feel danger lurking around me.
Yo titties bouncing? Like, are they? Is your titties bouncing? Cause like for real, I say they need to be. They need to be jumping a little bit because that last one was crazy. Oh, girl, really left her friend. Really left her. She said, "Girl, as long as one of us gets out, we will be fine. I will tell your story on. You will be alright." That's really crazy to me. But hey, which one was y'all favorite? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, y'all, bye.